Traders, we're looking at DOT paired with USDT. Just have a look at this down here. That. I'm going to scrunch up the chart to the pip. These markets are rigged. So we've traded down, and I'll tell you what, I really like this base. And at some stage, I believe, we'll see a trend reversal. And once we crack some of these levels here, this is off to the races, guys. I'm going to join the Moon Boy Club. What I want to do with the video is give you my take on this and a couple of interesting scenarios. Here's the thing. Let's just scrunch it up. I'm going to be keeping an eye on this because when you have an opportunity like this, if this reverses at some times in the near future, it'll give you an opportunity to jump on this bandwagon. And I mean, honestly, there's some interesting targets up ahead that we could be looking at. Don't underestimate how far these things can trend and how fast these things can move. I mean, look at these moves back here and then bearish. So the likelihood that something similar happens again can happen. Once Bitcoin takes off, this thing will probably follow. So here's my thing with this. At the moment, we're currently bearish, right? We've got a clear downtrend. So I'm going to give you two trade ideas. I'm going to give you a sell trade idea, and we're going to have a look at a really interesting concept with this target in mind. So we'll come back to that. So let's just get a bit grounded here and come back to where we are. So first up, here's a sell idea. So this is a weekly time frame. Look where we're trading at the moment. See, we're trading into this distribution level on the weekly. Now, if we look back and we were to mark up, well, that candle, pull it through, just looking at the highs of these swings, it's the pullback into swing high, swing low, swing high, swing, this is what we're looking at, right? And then at some stage you get that and all these guys get wiped out. Then it starts again. Lower high, okay? Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. But at some stage, we'll all get cleaned out. Okay, that's going to happen. The idea is, if we catch most of these swings on all time frames, the occasional bump, and this one here, whenever that occurs, it's no big deal. So with that idea, it's a trend continuation. The price expands, retraces, we take a trade. So here's a trade idea. This is my first trade idea. We're going to look at possibly shorting this. It's traded into this distribution level, so we could go in here now with a sell, market sell if you like. Go with a stop above. All right, that's idea number one. Obvious target is going to be, okay, we've got this swing high, swing low. Now, if this is still trending down, then we would expect this low to be taken out and a new low to form. So it's reasonable then to assume that this is a fairly high probability target. So we'll just call that a target. I'm going to give you a couple of scenarios. We're going to have a look at a bullish scenario in a minute, target. But yeah, we'll just check this one out. So weekly, we can go down to the daily. All right, we've traded into this weekly distribution, now daily distribution, so it's nested. You can see this range up in here, so we're just picking that up basically. There's a couple of candles there we can pull through, right? Daily, weekly, nested level, big level resistance. Can it continue on? Absolutely it can. That's the risk. If it continues with lower highs and lower lows, go back to the weekly. And I'm talking a market entry here, higher time frame. If it continues lower highs, lower lows, generally we're going to see a lower high. So, the theory is that this stop doesn't get hit as we're looking at that, right? So that's one idea. Let's just clear the decks. Now this is something to, actually before we do, I'm always going to look to take 2/3 of my position off at 1-to-1 risk reward. Let's just do that. Target 1, there's your stop. Entry 1-to-1 comes in at the high of this accumulation range, right? So that is a valid area here or position for a target. So there's a target, and then the second target would be the lows down in here. This swing low. So lower lows, lower highs, trend, high probability that gets taken out, and we trend further south. Right, so there's a couple of targets there. Take 2/3 off early, and then you can trail the rest, pull your stop loss down, and it's a winning trade regardless. Nice outcome. Now think about this idea. When this shifts gears, I'm going to be watching all of these charts for this opportunity that I'm about to show you. Bitcoin, all the cryptos, the main ones. All right, here's the thing. Once you see, however, whenever it happens, then we see this break of structure. At some stage, this is going to rotate, and we're going to have an opportunity. Look at these. We're going to have an opportunity to jump on this bullish. Once we see a break and retest, these highs, once these highs get taken out, this is a trend reversal, okay, and we're off to wherever you think you're going to go with that. And the concept is this. Let me just paint a picture here. This is a once in a, possibly, I don't know, a couple of times a lifetime, but guys, I don't think you realize the opportunity that you've got here. Here's the thing. I'll draw the trend. All right, let's just assume at some stage we get that. And, the trend continues on up, right? It does that. It'll rally and retrace and rally and retrace and carry on. You get in down here at the base of this. All right, let's say there's a buy here. Go to town with that. Stop loss here. And honestly, look, take this in, guys. This is this is gold, okay? This is gold. 32 to 1 risk reward, okay? Let's say that this rotates. We enter here now. The same strategy, you're going to look to take 2/3 off at target 1. So up in here, you close 2/3 and you pull your stop loss up slightly under your swing low here. That is a profitable trade. You've got money in the bank, and no matter what happens, if the stop gets taken out, you still are going to make money. If it continues on, well, it's going to be more than Christmas, I can tell you. Have a look at this. So let's consider that you do this every time you get a retrace, you see a retrace. You're following this trend. You're taking your 2/3 out every time. You're leaving a third in. And you see where I'm going with this, right? You have to have some discipline to do this. But you have a bunch of these running, and it doesn't stop. You just keep going with it. And you're still in this trade with a third of your position involving every one of these. And it just keeps going on and on and on and on. Let's just assume you shorted. I'll grab my pencil, do it that way. You short, pulls back, you short, pulls back, you short, pulls back, you short, pulls back, you short. You see what I'm saying here? Look, whatever, And you've been doing that from way back up in here. You're taking 2/3 out, you're in the money. And a third of your position, you got, 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all still running. Okay, so it starts to. Once you see this trend looking to reverse, then you can close all of this. So can you imagine the payout? Anyway, we're going to revisit this idea. I'll be continuing the sequel will come out every video, and let's stay with this. So anyway, guys, that's my idea with this one. First up, I think possibly we see another sell here. You can go down to a lower time frame and set up, but I would definitely have my stop loss set above these highs here, previous high. You can take that on a 4-hour, daily, whatever, but that's my stop. That's my entry short at the moment. And now once this cracks, these highs and starts trading up, it's going to get very interesting. Guys, jump on board. We've got a Telegram group. It's free. Trade signals in there every day. What else can I say? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Comment. Let's share the love and some insights. And with that, I hope you have a great day. Safe trading, and we'll see you in the next one.